Texas, North Carolina, Colorado, upstate New York, and those living south of 59th Street. Pat and Richard, my family can never thank you enough for the wonderful job you have done raising our gorgeous trials. Susie, your warm heart and loving nature is what has drawn us so close to you. And I am glad I finally get a sister of my own. Okay. I warned you. Here, a big brother's job is really two parts. The first is to always be there when needed. And the second is to always make sure that the younger siblings have an easier road to travel. I just never figured that road would be so damn long. Baltimore, Michigan, Andover, and then finally back home to the Bronx. Little did I know that where it would all lead, when it all came back to where it started. Now, my parents tell this funny story of when they brought Pierre home, and I walked up to his crib and threw an apple at him and said, "Baby, eat." Now, I finally realized what had happened with that apple. It hit him in the head, and of course, it brought his love of education. As a little kid, Pierre hated losing, hated second place. And even though I tried my best to make him practice it as much as possible, never forget St. Francis of Rome 1991 geography meet, or the 1995 Chavez Pentathlon at the Outdoor Jesuit Games, which I happened to win 4 events to 1. But it was always a lesson. It was always to make sure you stayed humble. Later on, our relationship really evolved into a relationship talk. And anyone who knows Pierre knows that he can talk, and talk, and talk. He analyzes everything, down to the last detail. But that's what makes him the person he is today. In fact, he's probably correcting my speech right now. You are, aren't you? But my advice to him always boiled down to, when you meet someone that makes you a better person when you're with him, you have found the one. Find her? He did. Keep her? He will. So the real question is, why do they work so well together? He handles the details, she lets him. He cooks, and she acts like it tastes good. And the most important reason, he respects her for the person she is and who she wants to be. And she loves him for who he is and the difference he wants to make. They believe in each other's dreams and goals and support each other through the journey it takes to reach those aspirations. So, enough mushy stuff. Let's get to some real world advice. Pierre, learn to pee sitting down. That way you don't have to worry about the toilets. All right. Susie, whenever you enter a room, look for the air vents and position yourself accordingly. Pierre, learn 3 phrases. Yes, you're right, and whatever you need. Susie, learn to forgive the small stuff, or else you're going to hear a lot of those 3 phrases. Pierre, arguments do not end because you're right or you're wrong. They end because it's not worth fighting anymore and because the couch is killing your back. Susie, please continue your most endearing quality. What you have done since I have known you. Always say what you actually mean. Mind reading is not a strong suit for men. And Pierre, you're gonna have to do me a favor. Pull out your BlackBerry. Got it? Okay, good. Open up your calendar and put in a yearly reminder for January 16th. Also, put in another reminder for January 12th because you're going to need a couple of shopping days. Okay. And last but not least, to you both, always make time for each other. No matter how busy you are, how many track meets you have, how many papers need to be graded, there always has to be some time put aside for each other. To remember how you have gotten to today and where you want to be tomorrow. Pierre, Susie, each and every person in this room believes in you. And I will always be right there when you need me.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you.